Aloha, welcome to Impact Hawaii, a new era, where we are empowered to prosper, empowered to succeed, and empowered to win. Today's lesson is to empower, to win, and succeed. I'm going to pass on everything that has been passed to me, to you today, that we may win in life and be successful. Empowerment. Empowerment is a force. It is a force to make someone stronger and more confident. We're empowered to help people be more confident in their life and knowing their rights to make your life better. So today we're here to empower you to prosper, prosperity, to become very active, strong, to have good fortune wherever I go, to get favor and good standing, to be in the right place at the right time, to stay on the good path of life. Prosperity is a walk, it is a talk, it is an appearance. And we're going to tap into that power of empowerment to prosper, empowerment to succeed. Succeed is to do well, to triumph, to thrive, to flourish and excel, and to win. You know, winning at life. Sometimes we lose, and we get in this mindset of losing. But today, we are going to tap into some empowerments that will help you to win. And what is winning? Winning is to come in first, to win a prize and reward. Winning is to achieve success and to obtain by effort. So, everything that we do following this is going to take effort and empowerment. And we begin by this lesson of empowerment, of success and winning, which starts off with number one, the empowerment of vision. The empowerment of vision. Every great person in this planet and history has always had a vision of what God, or whoever put in your heart, of what I really want to do, what do I really want to achieve. And along this journey, we're going to need every empowerment available to us. And we need to understand what is my rights, what is my rights, so I can put them into action. So the first empowerment is the empowerment of vision. The second empowerment is the empowerment of having a creative mentor. Who we become who we hang around with. We become who we believe in. Therefore, who's the mentor of your life? Yeah, we all have a mentor. Whether you're watching him on television, whether it's your mom, whether it's your dad, whether it's a friend, whether it's uncle, whether it's your boss. Mentorship. Mentorship is about training. Training. We begin to learn. What we learn from mentorship saves us pain and trouble. It also gives us great insight to achieve empowerment in going to where we really want to be in life. So, take to heart, look around today, search, who is my mentor in my life? Who am I studying with and who am I watching? Because it's very, very important. Empowerment is the empowerment of having a burning desire. A burning desire. A desire of passion. And this burning desire begins to move us. It begins to help me wake up every morning and say, you know what, this is my desire today. And this desire is just not like, it's just a burning passion. I want to build this store. I want to have good success. A burning desire of the thing I really want to achieve. And this is very, very important because without this burning desire, I cannot keep the vision. I cannot keep the empowerment of having a vision. These empowerments go hand in hand with everything. The empowerment of mentorship, vision, is next flamed by the empowerment of having a burning desire. The power of being an entrepreneur. In life, people win, succeed, get wealthy by starting their own business. An entrepreneur is someone that has innovative ideas, that is not limited to one thing. They can expand, but an entrepreneur. I know I've seen one of the greatest um, success entrepreneurs on this island, and they started the wedding cafe. Uh, they're just really awesome people, and I've seen them from one store go create another store, create magazines, and I've seen them carry the characteristics of these empowerments. So they're a great couple, and if you want to know more about them, check it out, the Wedding Cafe. I'm not here to advertise, but I'm here to salute people. I mean, salute on their uh, dedication, and they're great people and a very valuable lesson. And they're good to talk to because one thing I know about them, they go into the next empowerment of enriching others' lives. I've seen them run classes of empowering others. So check out the Wedding Cafe. The owners, um, and they're very powerful people. But anyway, going on to the next level of empowering others. Anytime in life we begin to enrich other people by helping people who are down, going through divorces, having hard time get a job, living in a lack and limitation, we begin to empower others and helping people, showing them that there is a way out. Because anytime you enrich lives, sometimes just getting together, telling your whole group good morning, how are you, there is a way out. So enriching others, there's many ways of enriching others. I encourage you to really, really search more about the empowerment of empowering others. Because it's a great power that lies inside of you. The next empowerment, it is the empowerment of your imagination. It is the empowerment of the imagination. Because the imagination will hook up with the vision. It keeps it strong. Imagination hooks up with meditation. Meditation and imagination begin to work together. You begin to create your road. You begin to create the next level. You begin to create what the next step is. And imagination, everything that was built on this planet started with imagination. A house gets built with imagination. This is what I want. I want a 6-bedroom house, blah, 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 upstairs, downstairs. And it all begins with an imagination. So what are you imagining about your future? What are you imagining what you really desire to do? So the empowerment of imagination, use it. Empower your imagination. Speak over your imagination and bring it forth. The next empowerment is the empowerment of new small beginnings. Small beginnings. It carries a great reward. This empowerment of small beginnings. I don't have to start a big company. I start small. I start very small. And then I begin to empower their small beginnings because when I start with a small beginning, I begin to know every area of the business. I begin to know every area. Before we go on, getting your own business, starting your own business is how people really get wealthy. Working for others, it's good, but there's office stress, there's demands upon work, there's demands upon wages. There's only so high you can go unless you know, making like $300,000 a year or something like that. But when you run your own business and you begin to expand, that comes in entrepreneur, the empowerment of being an entrepreneur. Okay, moving back to where we were. The empowerment of small beginnings. Beginning small, we begin to learn the whole aspect of the business. We begin to hire people that we know are more dedicated. See, when we start big, we start hiring anybody. We start paying people high wages, and we begin to get lost in the shuffle. But when we make small beginnings and we continue to progress and use our imagination and use our mentorship to grow, we appreciate it a lot more because we work hard of it. And that's why a lot of companies that were started by great people was transferred to their children. And the children came in and weren't as dedicated as their father or mother was. And because they didn't have to work for it. So there is power in small beginnings. Never be afraid to start small because that's how giants are built. Moving on, let's get to the next empowerment, and that's the empowerment of risk. Who? Risk. That's a big word, taking risk. But risk is an empowerment. Never be afraid to fail. Never be afraid to fail. Because if I fail, I'm going to get back up and I'm going to try this again. And that's why mentorship, that's why the enforcement of mentorship is very, very powerful because it shows me I can go back and ask some questions. Why things never work. Why this and that. And also, risk, it's good to have people close to you. Some people it's a wife, some people it's a mentor. Where you bounce things off of people. So, risk. Risk is, sometimes we have to take chances. And the fear of losing sometimes just holds us back because we get scared. And Thomas Edison, Benjamin Franklin, they failed. They had a lot of failure. But to them, it wasn't failure. It was working out the kinks. So, in business, you have something. See, they were empowered by a burning desire. They were empowered by a vision. They were empowered. They were fully committed, fully persuaded that this was going to be an accomplishment. So they learned. What was he saying? His saying was, I learned hundreds or thousands of times not to do it right. Then it finally clicked. And I think these men discovered electricity, the light bulb, and they never gave up. It brings us to our next empowerment, and that's the empowerment of persistence. Persistence. Never giving up, staying true, following things through, persistence, getting up every morning, being there on time. This is an empowerment. You're always there. You're excited to be there. And you never give up. Never give up. When there's something that comes up, I'm persistent. Persistency is one of the greatest empowerments that we have inside of us. So the power of persistence. The next empowerment is the empowerment of courage. Because to go forward in life, you're going to take some courage. Because you're always going to have your critics. And these critics are always going to say like, oh no, you cannot do it this way, you cannot do it. But successful people don't bow to critics. This empowerment of courage don't bow to critics. They use critics. They use them and say, you know what, time to show people. See, the whole secret to success is not telling people about it. It's not telling people, people like to tell, this is what I'm going to do, that's what. The whole secret of success is, not tell nobody what you're doing, do it, and then tell everybody come see. That's success. So, no more pressure on that. But we have to have this empowerment of courage. And the final empowerment is one of the most important empowerments around. This empowerment that I must possess a positive mental attitude. Because a positive mental attitude will take people, everyone around me, with me to the top. Positive mental attitude. People just want to be around you because they know you're all about empowering others. A positive mental attitude will not look down. A positive mental attitude will soar through adversary. Positive mental attitude will keep you persevering, will keep persistence. Powerful mental attitude will not bow. It will not bow to pressure. It will always be solution-minded. It'll always keep you in a healthy, abundant mindset. And a positive mental attitude will always look for answers. I want to share a story about these two children. And it was Christmas time. And they were about like 7 years old. So they both woke up on the day of Christmas and they both went, they were twins. And one of the children had a nice bike. And he was so ungrateful, he started complaining, oh, I never wanted a bike, I wanted something else, blah, 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 blah. And the other kid had a box. So he opened the box and there was horse manure inside. And he got all excited. He started screaming and getting all excited and thanking his parents. And the other kid said, and then he started running around the house. So the kid, his brother said, what you getting all excited about over manure, horse manure? He said, well, if there is horse manure here, there has to be a pony around here somewhere. Look at how this child thought. We need to get with such an expectation of having a positive mental attitude that when people just want to hang around us, because a positive mental attitude is contagious. It'll rub off on everyone around you, and it will build you into new levels of life that will shock and amaze you and everyone around you. Aloha.